So, do you remember this guy? We're back again with this ficus planted on a rock that I started about a year ago, and it's grown big. We need to prune it again. This is the structure of my little tree. I need to be careful and I need to think about this whole structure. I'm gonna make it kind of a cascade. So this will be the lower branch, the upper branch. I have a branch in back here and a branch on the other side, which will be also kind of a little cascade. And I've got here the top. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because there are too much branches there and I don't want the tree to be so big. So I want to keep it kind of like this. So I need to decide what to do here. It's quite tricky for me to decide now what to do here because it's a little bit of a mess there. But I'll be doing something to it and it goes up a little bit. So my problem here, I don't have enough little branches to choose from in order to keep this apex quite small. So what I'm gonna do is prune it lower, okay, and hope that some other branches will pop up, and I guarantee it, they will. Okay, where can I go even stronger with the pruning? I will go stronger with the pruning. For now, I'm not gonna eliminate branches on the top here. We'll see what happens. You always have to pull back when you are not 100% confident of what the tree is gonna provide you. So you wait, you prune it, you wait for new branches to grow, and of course they will, and you will have a lot more options to choose. So in this moment, in this shape with all of these branches on the top, I cannot do anything to make it look pretty in this moment, and I will not do that. Now we're moving a little bit lower on the tree, so this is fine. I'm okay with it right now. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna prune it because I want to get it a little bit thicker. But here I have a problem. This is the lower branch, this is the upper branch. You can see that this is thicker than this one. And I'm gonna do something drastic to it because it just cannot be this way. So in order to have a correct design, okay, a correct tree, just wanna, okay. I'm just checking to see if it's gripping very, very tight to the rock, so I can remove my wires, the wires that I used to tie the tree to the rock. It's still moving a little bit. I think I'm okay, but I'm gonna leave them and maybe cut them down the next year in the winter. Okay, doesn't matter that much. So in order to have a decent and high quality design on a bonsai tree, the lower branches must be thicker than the upper branches. So how are we gonna fix that? Also, by doing this, I'm gonna get a lot more high quality taper. So I'm going to, just let me check my little spray bottle here. I'm gonna take my pruners and do, I think I'm gonna prune it. For now, I'm gonna prune it right about here. Okay, so as you can see, this got a lot shorter now, but I have a branch here that I can wire and continue, okay, with this branch like this. I need to decide because I have another one here and I can prune the thick branch here and continue with this smaller branch. So I decided to go with a longer approach. I'm gonna leave this this branch a little bit longer and go with this little one here. I need to sort out the lower part. Of course, I'm gonna need to wire the tree again, but for now, let's try to prune it at the top so we can understand a little bit of what's going on around here, because it's just too much and I cannot figure it out if I'm not pruning it a little bit. So yeah, just like this. Let's see what's going on here. So I've got a little branch here. I've got a little branch here that has two little branches growing out of it. One is growing down and one is growing up. So what I've got here is two options. The first option is to prune the lower branch, and the second option is to wire, okay, the primary branch and twist it. So okay, the branches are not like this. One is up and one is down, and they're like this towards the outside. So now I think I need to, let me prune this off. Yeah, this is better. Just one little tiny branch and everything suddenly got a lot better. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4 branches, and they're all kind of growing from the same spot. That means I'm gonna get a bulge here. I'm gonna get the tree will swallow up, and that's not gonna be good. The other option that I have is to prune this whole top off and take this branch and make it my new leader. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, but I don't know what to say because I've already got a nice little top here. What I think I'm gonna do just better than that is to take this off. Okay, so now I've got 3. Okay, now I've got 3 branches, 3 little branches. Okay, if I pull this back like this, so now it's a lot better. My tree looks a lot better now. I prune the apex a little bit more because, and you know what, I'm gonna prune this also a little bit more, and I'm gonna prune this, I think, yeah, also a little bit more, and I've just made a very ugly apex, but it's fine for the future. It will be just fine. So what I need to do now is wire the tree. I will not make you go through this process because I don't have enough space here and it's dark and you will not be able to see much. So I want to make a wiring video at some point, but not now. I'm just gonna wire the tree and we'll bend it together. So here comes the fun part. That wiring was brutal because wiring tropical, subtropical trees is just it's a pain, but you gotta do it. It's a pain because they have so much leaves on and it's pretty tricky, but I end up wiring all the branches all the tree. Okay, so now I'm gonna start bending it. So like I said, I want to twist this like this. All right, and I want to pull it up a little bit because, so I can pull it down, but I need to pull it up a little bit because I don't want it to look exactly the same like the other one, and I want this to be like that. It's nice, but it can be better, so I can pull it down here, and then go up just like that, and then I'll go back and forth so I can give it pretty nice shape, not that much, kind of like this. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I've got a branch in the back that's growing like this in the back here. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, and I'm gonna work a little bit on the bigger branches. So let's go. First of all, I want to pull this thick branch down. And back and forth and back. Remember, always remember, okay, the 3 dimensions. So I need to prune this this branch, but you know what? Let's prune it. So I need to prune this branch a little bit because I cannot understand what's going on here. There's too much. There's a little bit too much, so I need to just make it smaller. So smaller, and also can you use this? Can I use this? No, I cannot use this, so I'm gonna prune it off and spray it just a little bit. And let's see, now that I can see a little bit better, I can decide what to do with it, because I want it to go. You gotta love this microcarpas. They're just behaving a little bit like a conifer. You can twist and bend them just so fast and easy. I'm gonna take out this branch that was growing straight down, and now I've got a branch here. Can I use this? I don't want to use that, so I'm gonna prune it off. Again, it's growing down. I'm gonna prune it off, and now we can see much better. So let's get this sorted out also. Let's bring it to the front like this. I'm gonna make a pretty twisty tree. Pretty twisty tree here. So I like that. Now I can see my 3rd branch here. So, and let's take care of the branch that I don't think you can see very good, but I cannot do anything about that. So let me just make some finishing touches. Okay, this is starting to look pretty decent. Really nice. Yeah, I like it. I like the gap that's formed here now. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But what I want to do is again shorten, even though I'm gonna get a large pruner, even though I wired it, I want to make it shorter, because again, if I leave it just like that, if I leave it longer than If I leave it longer, then I'm gonna need to wire this again at some point. But I'm just trying to make things better, as good as I can, from not from the start, but with fewer steps. This again, it's a little bit too much. It's gonna thicken up. I don't want that. Told you that from the start. So I'm gonna prune it like this. Okay. Let's try to do something about that too. And I think I'm gonna push it like this. Yeah, let's see. So, kind of this like this. I'm gonna pull this down because I'm gonna prune this little branch from here, just like that, so we can see better what's going on. So yeah, for now it's okay for now. I'm gonna just do this back branch pretty much like that, and I think I'm quite done. I'm done for today. This is my little tree. I know it doesn't look good. I'm saying this a lot. I know it doesn't look good, but I'm always pruning them to look better and better and better and better on the long run. You always have to think at the tree on the long run, as much as you'd like for it to look very, 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 very nice. Now, if you pull back, because I could have pruned it to shape, yeah, and it would be pretty, but it wasn't pretty. Got a little hole here. It would be pretty on the short run. So if you always think on the long run and you pull back from the beauty of the moment, you'll have a much better and better looking tree with every year passing by. So what I need to do now is leave it alone. Okay, I think this was the last. Maybe I will squeeze in another pruning, like just the tips or so after I remove the wires. It will the wires with it will stay with the wires on for about, I think, I don't know, a month or so. Okay, 3 weeks, a month. It depends on how it grows. So now all I need a lot of shoots here. I won't be doing too much to the top here, and I'm waiting for a lot of shoots that I will let grow and just make like a little bush there. Okay, bush it, somewhere about here, like that, so it doesn't interfere with this branch here. Okay, and I'm gonna just put the tips. I need some ramifications from this 1, 2, 3, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 branches. The main branches need to be ramified, and I need to make some little pads, okay, on the tips, just like this, nice and cute, but I need to wait for that. So this was it for today. Hope you had fun, and don't forget to watch the next video.